Hello and welcome to another update video about the PYTH network, PYTH. It's currently coming down into the support region. We finally reached that support area and target area. I often say that support zones are not really targets, especially in a bull market. Pullbacks can be shallow, but when we're dealing with a corrective structure, we can also identify the subwave structures. And sometimes with their help, we can define targets. And you might remember from the previous video, I shared with you a target range highlighted in white. It's the white zone, which is in the larger support zone. So we have to differentiate between the yellow support zone, which is the overall Fibonacci retracement zone, let's say a standard support zone for a wave 2, which usually would be reached, doesn't have to be reached, but usually will be reached, and it's been reached. And then we have, due to the subwave structures that we've been tracking, we can also identify a target range. Now, ideally, the target range is in the broader support range and ideally positioned above the 78.6 retracement level. So that's all good. That is actually the case. So the support area is defined between 81.3 cents and 56 cents. And the 56 cent level is the last reliable support level. We're now in the support zone, which is great. Okay, so that's all good. That's exactly what we want to see. It could still go a bit lower, and actually I have added in white the microstructure. I think already in the last video, but I've added some more detail to it. Basically my latest take, or my current take, on how this subwave structure is going to play out. I'm counting obviously the move here, which topped on the around the 16th of March as a wave 1. We had a larger 1-2 setup, and this could be another 1-2 setup. And the wave 2 might now be unfolding. You know, this wave 2 is currently, let's say, in the mid to late stages maybe. We already completed, if I zoom in a little bit and go to the 1 hour chart, you see that in more detail. We already completed waves 1 and 2. And we could now indeed be in the third wave to the downside. That third wave should be an ABC structure. The C wave, ideally, well, we talked about in the larger ABC structure, we talked about the C wave should ideally reach this zone between 79.6 and 65.8 cents. But structures are always more relevant. Typically, I'd say they are more relevant because the structures tell us if technically a correction can be completed. It's all about probabilities, right? And if we say, okay, we have in this structure another 1-2 completed because the C wave is a 5-wave move, we're now working on the third wave of that C wave, then based on that information we can also define an ideal target for the third. And normally I say the first ideal target for a third is the 1.38 extension level here at 77 cents. That's been reached. So it could go lower still, yeah, based on these subwave structures. It's looking a little bit as if this is now the C wave of wave 3, which could go a little bit lower, maybe to target 74 cents or 70.8 cents. Then another wave 4-5 would be ideal. It is always possible in these corrections that we don't get the last 4-5 pattern. So I usually say don't try to look for the perfect entry if you're interested in a setup or a coin. But yeah, that's up to you, because it could always be a WXY structure, which have increased at the moment. You know, in the crypto world, it seems like they've increased. Yeah, but it could be an WX, and then this is an AB, and we're coming down in C, but then this might actually be another WXY, whatever. You know, it's getting then too messy. But we're dealing basically with two scenarios in which in one scenario, we go a little bit lower, then see another 4-5 pattern. And in the other scenario, we could also go a little bit lower, but that could be the low. And it would then take a break above the B wave high, which is here positioned at 90.5 cents to really confirm that a low of sorts is in place. And then as we go higher and break above the wave 2 high at $1.04, we get further and further confirmation that a low is in. And then when we zoom out and talk about PYTH third wave rally target, I'd like to see minimally $2.31. Better would be $2.78 for that third wave there. But I'll keep you updated. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.